Hello, my dear friends, my dear audiences. Welcome to the show. My name is Jack Chow. I'm on the East West show for years with G&E TV. It is a show that we try every bit we can to bring information to you as reference to your day-to-day life, understanding of the society, understanding of the system, so on and so forth. And join me today is one of the beautiful lady and lady friends and professionals. She is an attorney at law, the beautiful Kathy Hao, to join me, share her opinions over some particular issues that I'm going to ask her. Welcome to the show.
Thank you very much.
All right, good. And every time you get here, I act like a crying baby. So give all the questions to you. I won't get answer to every bit of it.
I'm not sure I can get all the answers to you, but I'll try.
You will try, right?
I'll try.
Oh yeah, just try it.
I have my comments.
Sure,
I
very
have
good.
my thoughts.
You know, in Orange County lately, there is quite a big noise talking about the recall of Judge Mark Kelley, who gave whatever a verdict of a rapist, confirmed or convicted rapist, of 10 years of sentence rather than, as they say, mandate. I don't know. I need to check with you. 25. So. For the fact that the mainstream media has responded very poorly or reluctantly to the news, lots of my audience do not even know what happened. So can you brief us a little bit about the case?
In terms of the media coverage?
Yeah, to whatever you know.
Well, I think the case is about this illegal immigrant who had sodomized a little 3-year-old daughter. The crime he admitted, and the crime he said that he felt sorry, which is too late. I mean, this is, I don't know what sorry can
yeah,
really
of course,
repair
yeah,
any
of course,
the
yeah.
harm that's being done to a 3-year-old. But then I guess at the sentencing, Judge Mark Kelley had sentenced this defendant into 10 years instead of 25 years, which had called for outcry of recall of him from the bench. I think that's the nutshell of what happened with this incident. To follow with your comments on the coverage by the mainstream, I'm not quite sure what mainstream, are considered, what media is considered the mainstream. Of course, it's not a daily news or news that on the TV every day, but I believe it was mentioned on both all the channels, and also it was published on the Los Angeles Times, if I remember that correctly. So, but it's not a media coverage like we said, like O.J. Simpson's trial or any other trial. It's not heavily covered, but it's covered to some extent.
Yeah. Well, anyway, speaking of O.J. Simpson case, though, we only deserve a case like that every 100 years, right? So.
I mean, that's just because the murder cases occurred all the time. It just happened to athletes and famous athletes and famous families.
Sure.
So that is different.
Lots of people are wondering about the sentences, though. I recall last time you were here, you taught me with one term that's called case law, right? Ours is a system of case law.
Well, our system, no, that's not universal. Our system, legal system, is based on case law. But penal code, criminal law, a lot of the law is based on penal code. Penal code is statutory.
I see.
So there are many systems in our legal system. Our civil system mostly, are based on case law, and our general legal system is based on case law. But a lot of different areas of laws are based on statutory. So penal code, which is applies to the criminal law, a lot of them are basically based on the penal code. So
I
it's
see.
Statutory. So this really case law does not really apply to this situation.
The reason I'm asking is that I'm trying so hard to get a statute to defend his position. Literally, if I may, he must either have a referential case in front of him.
No, not really. Not in this case.
Not right.
No, not in a criminal case. Criminal case is solely based on penal code.
I see.
Of course, there's some room in terms of sentencing. Once a person is convicted of certain crime, a certain sentencing guideline will apply. Well, guideline does not mean that this person must be sentenced into how many years. Guideline is based on the circumstance and also other factors of the case. Then the judge may reduce the sentence, the judge may increase the sentence, but there's a guideline.
I see. In other words, within range, the judge is entitled to reduce or go over.
The judge has some, authority. The judge has the power based on the guideline. He cannot go beyond his power, but within his power, he has some power and authority to sentence a defendant into whatever the law frame is.
I see. But anyway, in any case, the judge is the judge, just to make sure that whatever is conducted is based on a fair basis.
The judge's job, main job of a judge, is to interpret law and follow the law. So the judge wants to make sure everyone in a courtroom or all the officers of the court follow the rule, follow the law, and his job is also, is just to monitor and make sure the law is properly applied. If any piece of law was not improperly applied, that case is subject to appeal.
However, there are some common understandings. I believe the general public is so bothered about the fact that the Judge Kelley, sounds to be rather, I would say, a defendant for the criminal rather than a judge. For example, his quote unquote of him was in the garage. Right, the girls walk in. He got himself sexually aroused. That's one of the excuses. He sentenced him for 10 years rather than 25.
I'm not sure that would be an excuse.
there was an excuse, huge excuse. He said in court, and also he says the victim was his own half sister. And then that he used for another one. And then the third excuse he applied before he was given the 10-year sentencing, saying that he feels sorry, remorseful about it, what he has done, and then he reduced to 10 years. So these are the points that people call him a defendant, a defense attorney or whatever, that he's acting rather than as a judge. So in court though, you're in and out of court all the time. So do judges act that way? Is there practical?
I think there might be misunderstanding. I really didn't look at the rulings of the judge. I didn't see the transcript. I don't know what the judge said. But it does not make sense. The first three items you mentioned, the judge said that one of the excuses that he got himself aroused when he saw the 3-year-old. That cannot be a reason to reduce his sentence. I don't think that's the proper interpretation. I don't think that would be the right thing to do. That will subject to him, a big trouble.
Trust me, I did lots of homework before I started the show, and it was reported by many media repeatedly on this thing.
I'm not sure that would be the language that he would use in his ruling. But but any of these, remorseful, yes, is one of the factors that judge will consider. The judge will consider, I believe. But the victim's family and defendant's family all had given some, had at a sentencing hearing. I think both families had come up and plea for either for leniency or plea for harsh punishment. I think from the defendant's side, basically what they were painting was that he was a victim. He was a victim of a broken family. He was a victim of no love from anyone. He was a victim of, no confidence, no self-confidence. He's a victim of many of other social factors and of family factors. I think those are some of the factors that the judge may have considered. I'm not really saying that I know the case or I know what the judge's rationale behind his ruling, because I don't know. I really don't have.
Okay, very good.
I
really appreciate your honesty. And that's why every time like this, when I'm confused, I always turn myself to you, because I believe you're the one who will give me the most most fair
honest
judgment, or
answer.
most honest,
But
right?
I think, you know, based on the what you have said, one of the reasons is that he was in garage and the 3-year-old walked in and he aroused himself as one of the reasons the judge will reduce his sentence. I don't think that's
Right,
any
okay.
judge would do
All right,
that.
anyway, all right. So, my dear audience, today with my good friend Kathy Hao, attorney at law, we're trying to see into the case why Judge Kelley gave him 10 years and about a recall from the bench of from Orange County Superior Court. So let's take a very short moment out. When we come back, we'll continue finding more from the case, please.